Hello Aquarius, welcome to your September 2016 reading. I really hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you coming here every month. So without any delay, let's look at what is coming through for you. First thing that I thought of as I was shuffling the cards, as I was meditating for you, was relief. And at first I thought, is it stress relief? And no, I think it's relief from, or feeling a sense of relief and relaxation from all of your normal habits that you're doing. So this could be you're the one that manages all the bills, all the stuff at home, or all the stuff at work. Whatever it feels like, oh, I've got a lot of responsibility. You can almost feel it on your shoulders. I want you to think of a way to start to feel relief in your life. Every day this month, I want you to find one task that you can do. It could be watching a movie. It could be asking someone else to help you out with something. It could be just talking to a friend, taking a walk just to start the day to clear your head or before you go to bed. It could be ordering in one night instead of having to cook. Find something that will reduce the stress, make you feel a sense of relief, and on some levels, it's just a way to say, you know what? It's okay, and I've earned this, and life is all right, and I need a break. So one thing with Aquarius sometimes is there is a sort of maternal or nurturing thing that can come through, and a stubbornness too, which is not a bad thing, by the way, because that strong-willed nature can help you move mountains. But sometimes when you're trying to sort of restructure your life, you get stuck in a habit and think, no, I want to do it, or I've always been doing it this way. So I'm going to challenge you to change things up and find a way to make your life a little bit more pleasant each day. It can be a very small level, but take something away. Take a little bit of the pain away. Take a little bit of the responsibility away. And again, for some of you that can't do that, it might just be talking to somebody. Okay? So find relief. Find ways to find a release as well. But it really said relief. And that was what I got loud and clear for you. Okay? So let's shuffle the cards and we'll talk a little bit here. As I shuffle, for those of you that are new, as I said, you can use this for your sun sign, your rising sign, or for your moon. And what I do every month is I will pull 10 cards, and then we take a look at a catalyst card, which pulls it all together, and then health, wealth, love, and destiny. While I pull the cards this month, I'll talk about how we're going to shift the catalyst a little bit in honor of all those that are going back to school, and also just the fact that, you know what, it doesn't matter if we're in school, if we're 8 or we're 88, learning is part of who we are. So I wanted to focus on what the lesson is, and perhaps for you, how we can connect more with learning. And so we'll see how that applies to you and your life. Okay, so to do that, let's take a look quickly at your catalyst card and the catalyst deck that I'm using this month. And this card wants to come out. It's saying that, first of all, just yes, make it a priority. I'm going to pull a second one since that's so binary. And for you, it means change. And I've been getting this death card a couple times for different signs this month. And it's probably my favorite death card that I've seen because it's about a new beginning. So this death card, first of all, this is saying, yes, change is possible. Yes, it's okay for you to kind of take stuff off of your plate, and that it's not going to be the end of the world. This is yes is an affirmative card. So I'm taking this as a positive change. If I were to write this, I would call it rebirth or new beginnings. But I like death. I actually like seeing death, the Tower, and the Devil cards because they very clearly show that major things can happen for you this month. So new opportunities. It's time to walk through and face the unknown, face the fears. And your learning opportunity is that by letting go of something, which that was what I was hitting on with relief, you will allow something better to come into your life. So saying no to a responsibility can be some of this at work. If your boss is inundating you with tasks, or if your parent is just kind of like barking at you, you need to try to find a way to communicate why you're overwhelmed and say, I want to do this, but I need you to hear me out. And if it's too many things coming on your plate, you can say, I'm sorry, I've reached my limit. And this is a non-negotiable thing. I'm not complaining. I'm actually just stating a fact. I can't do it. There's a difference between can't and won't. So see if that applies and see if that can help you. Let's look now at everything that's coming through for you. Your center card is the Four of Pentacles. So an ongoing theme for many signs this month is a concern over money or trying to sort of deal with how money feels. This card is saying that you actually could start something new or have help from an unseen sort of benefactor this month. Money could pop up in an unexpected place. Normally for the Four of Pentacles, I see clutching onto something. This one I actually see a person who's unaware of where they could be going. You might need to take an idea if you're an entrepreneur and share it with a friend. They could either take it further or they might want to invest in your company. For those of you that are going through some financial difficulties, some restructuring, some debt elimination, etc., what this is saying is you may find a new way to like eliminate some of the debt or just better budget so that you don't feel so strapped financially, okay? What I'm looking at crossing that is the Six of Swords. And so for some of you that can control your living situation, moving to a cheaper apartment could be part of that. Cutting out some expenses that you might have been splurging on can be another thing. And perhaps commuting and getting a job a little bit further away from where you live. But I see some travel and I see it associated with money and saving money. So look at how you're spending on your travel. If you travel a lot for work, make sure all the expenses make sense. Make sure you're getting your frequent flyer miles. And if you're feeling like you're stretched too thin, this is saying don't go further than you need to in any particular spending category, okay? You'll know best how to sort of judge your budget, but it feels like it's something that's controllable, which is good. We have the Moon card in reverse, and for those of you that have a history sort of emotional ups and downs, what this means is there could be some challenges this month with sort of just feeling a little out of sorts. It is something that I feel like it's something that you can definitely take control over. It's just about having another friend perhaps give you perspective, talking with a counselor if you need it. For those of you that are creatives, what this shows me is there's a potential to feel a little bit blocked. And so the best way to sort of get unblocked is just to keep going without judgment sometimes on what you're doing. So if you're trying to build something or you're a sculptor and you're sort of stuck, start something different, put it aside for a little bit, but just keep the creative juices going. This probably could be a little difficult for some of you that are trying to conceive around the beginning of the month. Whenever I get this card reversed, it often means that it's not ideal. I would wait until mid to late in the month if that's something that you're trying to do, if you're trying to start a family. But it's in your past, or it's in the beginning of the month, so it's not going to thwart the entire month. In fact, you have some beautiful things towards the end, which I want to get to. So as your crowning card, we have the Nine of Cups, which is fantastic. I just read this one for Libra, so it seems to be a theme with air signs this month. But it means that there could be a cause for celebration, a family gathering, or it also means just you might feel like having more fun this month. And I want you to go with that because that's not a bad thing. Just try not to overindulge. As I was telling Libra, this can mean try not to do too much with alcohol or with caffeine or with food. Those are usually areas where we overindulge. So just take it easy, but have fun. There's nothing wrong with having fun. And I love that it's your crowning card because what that's showing me here is that if there is something that's bringing you down, by the second or third week of the month, it disappears. The only cautionary note with this is these are polar opposites. So I want you to try to stay as even as possible. So don't go to the high extreme and don't go to the low extreme. Try to talk to friends and have other people there to even things out for you. With justice first of all can represent usually it's a strong Libra, not so much an Aquarius. So there could be a strong Libra in your life who's needing some of your time, needing some of your affection. Otherwise, it is a separation card when reversed. So there may be some of you that are looking to leave either a relationship, a job, or a situation in your life that you've held close for a while. Sometimes it's just letting a friendship go for a little bit, putting some distance between you and someone that's really close to you. And what you want to do in this situation is be as fair as possible. That's what justice is all about. And try not to judge others too harshly because ultimately it's not our job, and And if you're feeling harshly judged by someone else, if they try to push blame on you or whatever, know that that's a projection of their reality, but it doesn't have to be your truth or your reality. Now onto the fun stuff, because you have a fantastic sort of present and future spread, which I like. And air signs are really in a good place this month. At least I think Libra was in a great place. It looks like you are as well. So your ego card, your possibilities card for this month is the Four of Wands. And you can tell that there's a ton of people in this card, and it is all about partnerships. It doesn't have to be just romantic partnerships. It can be friendships and business engagements, but it can also extend to family. It's everything. So your big opportunity this month, as far as what can you do that's going to be like the Midas touch, I would say being able to bring people closer together, being able to get them excited about what you want to talk about. You're definitely someone who should be in the spotlight this month, okay? The Empress card in your surroundings is showing me that I feel like you've worked really hard to make your home situation comfortable. If you haven't, take some time to do that. This is all about nurturing and feeling safe at home. For those of you that are looking to get pregnant this month, this card shows success, and it is around the 3rd week of the month. I'm going to read the 3 with the Empress as that, and the 2nd week is when you could actually start trying if you're looking for that. For those of you looking for success in business, 2nd and 3rd week are also very good for new investments, for going out and trying to get a job, or for trying to get an advancement in your own career path. Looks like you're in a really good place this month. Outside of the beginning where there might be a little bit of fear over finances, I feel like if you hunker down, take a look at the numbers, the Four of Pentacles is not the worst card to pull. It basically is showing fear and a feeling to sort of like pull in. So I want you to just take a look at the numbers, know where you stand, ask for some help, maybe get some help from somebody monetarily, and good things happen. Now the exciting card, which is the Ace of Cups and hopes and fears. And that shows me that love could come through for you this month. A good relationship, a good friendship, and also whatever you were feeling blocked on here, whether it was creative energy or emotional energy, it breaks through. You have a breakthrough around the 4th week of the month, 3rd or 4th week. For those of you looking to start a new relationship, possibly you meet a really strong water sign towards the end of the month, since this is indicative of water, so a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. It feels... there is a fish on this one. There always usually is. So it could be a Pisces if you're trying to sort of identify. But overall, I love Ace of Cups, because what I'm seeing for you too is to allow for the flow of opportunity, of happiness, of not feeling like I'm trapped in this or I can't get out of this. It's just let go and let things flow, okay? The last card is the best. And it's not always the case, but it is for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And what's cool about this is basically, what is it? You reap what you sow. This is showing that if you've been working really hard to improve your health, really hard to get over a bad relationship or to make one work, this is showing progress, and progress in the right direction. It's also good for future prospects for finances. People are always asking, what does the next month show? Well, I see that moving into October, you should see increased monetary strength for you. So stop worrying about your money so much. Of course, it doesn't mean go spend it all, but it means that I see the prospects looking better for you. Health also looking pretty good. So aside from the beginning where I see a little bit of trickiness with potentially your own emotion or your security issues over your money, and possibly like how you're stretching yourself too thin when it comes to spending and traveling or spending in different areas. Once that's under control, everything else is looking really positive for you. I will say this, if some of you are looking to make a big shift in career, this is saying it's okay, the timing is right, because we have the Wheel of Fortune and also the Two of Wands, which shows me this might have been something that you've been looking at for a while as well. So don't be afraid to make that change. All right, let's expand it out to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. You know what? That card wants to come. So I mentioned children earlier. For those of you looking to expand a family, that's one thing that I see. You actually have 2 health cards because one is staying here. So the other thing with children is it's about being playful to yourself. So this can be about doing things like going to a movie, or just watching something on TV, having fun, going to the park and just sitting. I want you to connect with something that's just youthful, and try not to overthink it, okay? Again, that came with relief, so time to play a little bit. We don't do that enough as an adult. The other thing that kids tend to do a lot of is sleep. So I want you to focus on your sleep in particular with your health, and try to do what you can to regulate it, seek some help if you need to. Again, when I said earlier to avoid stimulants, I think that will help you out quite a bit in that area. When it comes to wealth, we have beauty. And this is showing me that you can attract that which you seek. So when you are thinking of sort of sharing some idea with a person, whether it's, hey, I should get a raise, or I want you to invest in my business, or whatever it is that you're trying to put out there, I really want you to feel like it's desirable by other people, and it's something that you can sell. Helen didn't have to work very hard to attract attention. Her face launched 1,000 ships, right? So for those of you that are looking to make money, this is very good. It's showing me that literally it could take off. Helen of Troy is the beacon that you want. It's like a killer app, a great product. It's a good month for you for new entrepreneurs. For those of you that have been having trouble, use your charm and your communication skills as an air sign to make it happen. So yeah, I don't often say that, but yeah, maximize what's in your astrological chart here, and just be charming, be well, communicate well, and try to, if you are sort of feeling strong-willed, push it in a way that's going to work for you. Think of it like a really good politician, where they don't relent and they don't let someone get them down. You just keep going for it, okay? We looked at health, wealth. Let's look at love. Nurture yourself. And so just take care of you. I feel like this is going hand in hand with a good night's sleep as well. So health, wealth, love. So the other thing with this is, for those of you who have not had great relationships with your mother, it is saying try on some level to heal that. And that's the universal theme this month. I've been getting a sister, mother, daughter card that comes through. Now we have Mother Mary, which is like the universal mom. So what I'd like for you to do is, if you lack that in your life, and if you feel like you can connect to that avatar of Mary, do a sort of silent meditation. And you can use any saint, any person, any ascended master that you'd like, but connect with a nurturing, even Mother Earth, Gaia. You can connect and just say, I love you, and thank you, like for Earth, thank you for supporting me and for being there when no one else was. You're here every day, you supply me with food, with life. I came from this planet, we all did. We came from the star stuff that aggregated here, and we are of the Earth. We're Earthlings, we're from this place. So that's your first mother. So if you don't feel like you have that maternal presence in your life, connect with the Earth and do something kind to the Earth. Recycle, plant a flower, do something, just sort of sit under a tree and be appreciative of the surroundings. You'd be surprised. The first time I sort of gave gratitude back to the Earth, I remember feeling like this rush of gratitude right back, because that doesn't always happen. And so try to connect, and you might be surprised on how it makes you feel better. All right, finally, when we look at your destiny card, and this is sort of your big so what. What is it that we're looking at? Where are you headed? The word that wants to be written. Interesting. Again, another card that's come up quite a bit this month. So for the word that wants to be written, this is, for some of you, about articulation of unspoken dreams, desires, and aspiration. It also is a sign that shows that, I say this a lot, that the way you communicate is quite powerful. So I want you to start to do it more often in the form of a poem, a journal, or just when you're writing to someone, realize that the words that you're sending them can heal, can hurt, can create havoc. So expression, particularly written expression, is going to be very powerful for you this month. And if you look at it, there's these beautiful butterflies all over this card. So transformative. This could be something that is a breakthrough for you. All right, let's summarize everything. First bit of information that came through before I even started the reading was to somehow have relief in your life. to relieve yourself of pressure, to just feel a sense of relief so that you can take a deep breath and think, you know what, I can get through this. We mentioned earlier that some of that can include completely moving on from a situation that is no longer suiting your best interest, leaving a job, leaving a house, moving to a new apartment, etc. It can also mean just taking a risk, because this is really a rebirth card, not just a death card. Central theme of understanding your finances, not spreading yourself too thin, not traveling too much if that's something you need to kind of rein in. Otherwise, once you sort of get through any of the emotional or financial challenges at the beginning of the month, there could be a cause to celebrate. There could be a big family gathering or something social that pulls at your time and energy. It looks like it's positive. Try not to overdo it. Everything else is fantastic this month. It's a good time for partnerships. It's a great time for, again, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, but also if you want to launch a new brand, start a new business, get a new job, it's all there for you. Relationships should come easy towards the middle to end of the month. Your general happiness should improve as well. Finally, money situations seem to improve as well, so don't worry too much. Obviously, know what you need to know, but don't sit there and stress about it nonstop. Being childlike in play, basically, in your life, finding something that brings you joy and not overthinking it, it's really key. And just getting as much sleep as possible and making your sleeping conditions optimal. Get a new pillowcase. Replace your mattress if you haven't done that in a while. I see really good things when it comes to business. This is a month where you can sell your idea. Love yourself first and foremost. Not so much a time when you need to worry about dating other people, although with the Empress card, you could meet a very strong, nurturing force in your life this month. There could be a very strong Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that comes through as well. Your words are extremely powerful this month. Watch what you think, watch what you say, watch how you write. Try to be as positive as possible. Don't sell yourself short, okay? Overall, a really good reading for you this month, and it's always my pleasure when I can bring very good information. So I hope this was helpful for you. As always, it's my pleasure to read for you. If you'd ever first of all, if you want to just keep in touch month to month, the easiest way to do that is to click subscribe. You can also join me on my newsletter or on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Additionally, if you'd like to have a one-on-one reading, I do offer those, and I'll post the link in the corner, or you can click the little info if you're on a mobile device. And finally, just thank you so much every month for making time to listen to me or come to me for advice and interpretation of what the next month has for you. If you found this helpful and would like to share, I have a donate button at the end, but that is completely optional. Otherwise, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in 1 month's time. Sat Nam, and have a great month.